Let's hear from the Carl Edwards camp. Dan Stillman. Dave, I think you're there.
Yep, and he is standing by in a nice dry area right now. What do you think? Take home third place money, or bolt him on and start him back up when the rain stops?
Well, we'll see. We're pretty good in practice in the rain, so I'd kind of like to see it keep going. But we're third right now. I think we can. Well, I'd like to do a little bit better. City Financial Ford Fusion's been running good, so maybe we can move up a couple spots.
We just saw Tim Brewer talk to us about windshield wipers and keeping things clear up there. Car Chief Darrell told me you put a spring on that windshield wiper that would, if it got loose, might hurt somebody. Will that windshield wiper work, or did it work in practice and qualifying?
Yeah, everything worked pretty good yesterday, so yeah, that's a big deal. You want to keep your windshield clean, and you got to keep everything from fogging up. We'll just see what happens. Everything's been good, though. And
did you tell me you couldn't have a Swiffer in the car this year?
No, actually, that's like the secret weapon. So if all else fails, we got that.
The super secret backup plan, guys.
No, it's not secret anymore.
All right, thanks, guys. And we're getting word that NASCAR officials will be bringing the cars down pit lane. And we'll wait to see if that is the case. We do not know if they're going to order them yet to strap on the rain tires and all the equipment that goes with it, but they will take one more lap now, we are being told, around this track, because they want to, I guess, get a little more work done in that area there, as well as all the areas around the track. While we've got a moment, let's check our ticket to the race, because we've got some great upcoming events. And of course, Atlanta, the next stop, and then on to Richmond and Dover, Kansas, out to the West Coast, back to Lowe's, Memphis. That's the last standalone event for the Nationwide Series, October 24th. On to Texas, Phoenix, and we'll wrap it all up at Homestead, Miami, November 21st, where the official championship will be crowned. But right now, it's looking pretty good for Mr. Busch.
Looking pretty good. 10 races to go, right? There's a lot of racing that's going to happen in 10 races, and I'll guarantee you, all those tracks you're looking at right there, Atlanta. What about Richmond, Andy? That night race, that really gets exciting.
Oh, that night racing in Richmond.
Got a Lowe's Speedway.
I've seen how many trophies you've got.
I got 7 of them. I like over there. That's a nice track, Richmond.
You notice how he had that number memorized?
Hey, all those key tracks that I've run, I think all these drivers, the places they like the most, they memorize those things. Not just me.
Boy, look at that right rear quarter panel. Kyle has had a lot of contact today, and somehow has managed to put his car into 4th position, despite all of it. This has definitely been a contact sport here at Montreal. While we've got a chance, let's talk about the future here. I mean, this is the 3rd year. The fans support this event immensely. I mean, especially if you bring a couple of good Canadian drivers that they can get behind and show that spirit that we've seen. Obviously, NASCAR has said, look, we want to expand more in Canada, but they've said we want to wait about 3 more years. We want to make sure.
Well, Marty, look, it's a no-brainer that this thing is hugely popular up here in Canada. These people were just dying for some type of NASCAR racing, and they've come out in groves to support this. Now, is there room in the schedule to add a cup race here? I don't know. The schedule's pretty tapped out at the moment. They're doing an awful good job with the Nationwide Series here right now, but I know Brian France, Mike Helton, the guys are really smart guys. They'll make the right decision if this venue justifies that. It's a pretty tight circuit.
Yeah, this is my first time coming up here, and it is amazing how much these people love it, this kind of racing up here, and how much they do support it. So I think, yeah, this has been a great experiment so far, and why not take our sport a little, broaden it out a little bit if there's room in the schedule.
By the way, you mentioned Mike Helton. It's his birthday today.
Is it really?
Yep.
Happy birthday, Mike.
I won't tell how old, because they didn't put that in the media guide. Shannon, let's check in on what's happening with the 09.
Brad Parrott holding it down for the set heads up here. Nice and dry under this pit box. But rain tires, you definitely think that's an advantage, huh? Why?
Yeah, Boris has got a lot of experience racing in the rain, and this Zaxby's Ford's done a great job with everybody involved, all the guys at the shop. I'm going to give a good call out to them because they really worked hard preparing this car after Watkins Glen. So thanks, Nick and the boys. But, he's done a great job today. Now it's time to go racing in the rain. Had a great job in qualifying yesterday. Ended up breaking a motor, started at the rear, and come up through there pretty strong today. So we're going to give the fans something to shout about if them Canadians aren't up there.
Yeah, it's definitely been an eventful day for the 09. They say that there's a lot of bumps and bruises on that car. Doesn't look pretty, guys, but it's fast.
There's bumps and bruises on everybody's car. There's very few that are in one piece. Paul Menard's got a pretty good looking piece right now, but there's the 09, and yeah, it's banged up a little bit. All right, here's the word from NASCAR. They are going to bring the cars down pit lane. They will put them on the 5-minute clock to make all the necessary changes, and we are going to go back to racing on wet tires. Let's tell them what they actually get to do.
Well, what they can do is they can put on their, and what they have to do is put their windshield wiper on. They can, they have to turn their rear light on, their defoggers. The teams will be allowed to do a standard pit stop and make adjustments. So they can put fuel in, they can make some adjustments if they need to, pulling out spring rubbers or disconnecting the rear sway bar. Major adjustments cannot be made. You have to come back to pit road after the field is reset if you try to make major adjustments. So if you make the time limit, you can line up back in your spot. They're going to freeze the field right here and give them 5 minutes to make all these changes.
And remember, Paul Wolf, Andrew Ranger's crew chief, said they played the rain game. It has just paid huge dividends for them because, remember, he was going to run out of fuel if this thing stayed green. And now they get the top off. They get the rain tires. He knows this track about as good as anybody out there, and if he can get it all done, he'll restart in second place.
Yeah, so Paul Wolf made a good move there. He gambled on that, pitted early, and so if the caution had come out, he'd have got the track position, and now he knew that it was going to rain, and it worked out for him.
All right, David, I know one thing. This is one heck of a crowd. They are staying here strong.
Marty, that's the second reason why I like NASCAR's move. First reason is because they got all this practice in the rain yesterday, but these people haven't left. They are staying here. They've got their rain gear from yesterday, dried it out in the sun today, and they are sticking around. They want to see NASCAR have these guys put the rain tires on and go for it.
They are not going to be disappointed. As you can see, the rain just continues to pour down as we're going to be getting a lot of interesting action when we go back to green flag racing.
I guarantee these drivers and the crew chiefs are talking about vision right now. That's the biggest problem they had yesterday when they were qualified. They couldn't see real well. So they're probably putting a different product on the windshield, getting their windshield just right, the windshield wipers, trying to get the fog, and even maybe one of those Swiffers they clean the inside of the windshield with.
Yeah, you're right about the vision, because the traction is going to be about the same for everybody. But the vision is going to be the big deciding factor. Who can see the best will have an advantage. So a lot of teams have prepared for this and prepared well. We'll see who's done a good job and maybe who hasn't.
And I'm still curious to see if anybody uses Tim Brewer's tip about the ivory soap to keep it from fogging up on the inside.
I doubt if they do that, because we just now did find out from Tim Brewer about that. These teams probably don't know that, so they're probably not prepared for that one.
Well, some of them have some really exotic blower systems that are getting air up on the windshield and taking care of it that way. So, Dave, nobody jiving all over the car because everybody has to get in and the clock will start all at once, correct?
Yeah, Marty, that is correct. The crews are waiting right now, and they're waiting for their crew chiefs to call them over the wall there. And then you're going to see which of the options they do, what type of wiper they put on, whether 1 or 2, whether they go for the Rain X or don't go. Jacques Villeneuve in the 32, he's one of those guys that does not want the Rain X because he's had some bad experiences in the past with that. So it'll be interesting to see all the different things they take advantage of and which ones they leave on the table.
Well, we had a shot of you in that long view, Dave. Get an umbrella. You're getting soaked, partner.
Trying to stay out of the way of the still photographers down here. I'm a good guy.
All right. Hey, listen, the signal has been given. Everybody's going to work. Get the clock running. Listen to the fans.
Oh, yeah.
They're loving it.
They're rewarded for sticking it out.
They are absolutely loving it. They know now that they're going to continue racing in the rain here at Montreal.
Well, remember, NASCAR told us that they need to totally lose this racetrack. I mean, it's got to be so totally wet. It's got to be raining if they're going to go race in the rain, because this track dries up awful quick, and this is perfect conditions right now to run in the rain. So we have completely lost it, Andy. There's not a dry spot on this thing nowhere. This is a good call. If they're going to do it now.
4 minutes, 30 seconds left on the 5-minute clock, and what's so important about that is you get done, you get out, you get your position back. If you are late, you lose. And the driver is so helpless at this moment.
A lot of drivers down there with body damage on their cars. They're pulling the fenders out, I'm seeing. They're trying to get some of the stuff fixed that they couldn't do under a normal green flag run.
Yeah, you see what they're doing with Marcus Ambrose. They're trying to get this windshield wiper adjusted properly so it cleans the part of the windshield that he wants clean, and he's having them to move it. You see they're resplining it to try to get it down lower so it clears the windshield where he wants it.